G'day guys, I thought I'll give you guys another shop talk video today. So, no matter what you do, no matter how careful you are with your repairs, you will break something. Now, there's going to be a point in your work career where you're going to have to replace a phone, a tablet, a device. It's going to happen, no matter how careful you are. Always be prepared to do that if you have to. Basically, treat your customers how you want to be treated. If I dropped off a device to someone to repair, let's say it was something simple like a screen, and all of a sudden it's just gone downhill. How would you like to be treated? Well, for one, I would like my device up and going, or I would like it replaced. If you can't get it up and going in the same time frame or in a reasonable time frame, you should be able to replace that for me. So that's the same thing that I do for my customers. In the past, with the earlier iPhone 8s, they seem to be very delicate regarding the home button on those. There's one fellow who had a relatively brand new iPhone 8 Plus, brought it in, screen replacement, slight chip in the corner, and you can tell how these stories are going to go when there's a very minute amount of damage. They're very particular with their devices. Now, swapped over the Touch ID, didn't use enough isopropyl to lift it up and off, and I didn't tear it, but it ended up damaging the Turtle IC chip, and from there, it was downhill. And this was way before that was known about. So, the customer came back in to pick it up an hour later, and I wasn't able to get it going. And I went through all my screens, I said, can you give me more time? He gave me more time. And in the end, it was pretty, I'd say, reasonable. I actually ended up going straight down to the nearest cell phone company and buying an unlocked iPhone 8 Plus for him, which at the time I think cost about $800, $900. And from there, I basically transferred his data onto that new phone, handed him that new phone. He paid for the screen replacement, which is what he paid for, or what he wanted. And in the end, he ended up leaving with a much newer phone than originally anticipated. Now, essentially, what I done there was I solved the issue was upfront with the customer, let him know what had happened and what I suspect is the issue and what it's going to take to fix it. He was reasonable with that. He gave me another day to sort it out. Went and got that phone, transferred his data, called him up, gave him his phone. He was happy to unlock the iCloud on his old phone so I could actually reuse that. And in the end, I sold that for a little bit of a loss. So because the device was still functional and he was happy to essentially exchange, then I was able to still recoup some of that lost money. But that could happen with any device that you work on. It doesn't matter if it's an iPhone, a laptop, a computer. If you're not willing to replace it or treat your customer with enough respect to replace it, or at least get it up to a satisfactory level that you're both mutually happy with. Granted, you might have some customers that want the world. You broke my iPhone 6S, you need to go get me a new phone. Well, no, I'm not going to get you a new phone. It's an iPhone 6S. It's 4 or 5 years old, if not older. I'm not going to give you an iPhone 10 because I broke your 6S. That is not reasonable. I'll be happy to replace it, and maybe even potentially happy to chip in some money for you to go out and buy a new phone at the same value of the iPhone 6S. But I'm not just going to give you a new for old. I'm not some form of insurance policy. So that's one thing I would not recommend to do. There's being fair in a moral sense, there's being fair in a legal sense, and then there's just people that are going to try and screw you over. And they're the ones I haven't had much experience with, luckily. You get some people going, oh, you broke it, what are you going to do about it? And I go, well, here's another phone that's exactly the same, it's perfect condition, there you go. Most people are usually happy with that. So, yeah, you are going to break something, be prepared for that. It's going to happen one day. It will sneak up on you and get you right at the wrong time. Anyway, that's a bit more shop talk, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.